Hello beautiful people, thank you so much for tuning in, watching and listening. This is going to be a video for the next 6 months, so through the end of 2022, and this is going to be the reading for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on, especially because we're looking at the next 6 months. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. I typically post a couple Sagittarius videos a month. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So this is really going to be like a reflection of the first 6 months of this year. Column number 2 is going to be just general what's coming for the next 6 months. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message for our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal for the next 6 months. We're going to do a letting go note, an angel wishes note, and a healing note for you. But let's go ahead and see here. We're going to pull a summary card. A summary of what, again, has happened these last 6 months, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have the card efficiency. Interesting to see. This is like, I think, the first probably more so positive card I've seen Sagittarius doing these readings so far. But efficiency would be a good sign. Efficient last 6 months would be a great indicator. But let's see what messages we have coming through here. Okay, the first card we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very reliable card. It's very reliable, you being the reliable one, Sagittarius. It is also a card of patience and hard work. So likely there's been something that you've been sort of chipping away at these last 6 months. You do have 2 back-to-back hard work cards though. The next one we have is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is mastering your craft, so getting really skilled at what you're doing. Enjoying your employment, which is good. We have not a lot of people that can say they enjoy what they do. This is also a card, again, of hard work. This could be working smarter, not harder. The nice thing about the Knight of Pentacles, though, and the Eight of Pentacles, this is saying you've been working really hard, but you're going to be reaping the benefits of your hard work. So it's that hard work being acknowledged and valued. Then at the bottom here we have the Moon card. The Moon card is a card of kind of like having curveballs. So it can be unforeseen challenges, or again, not even challenges, but just like curves in the road. It's not something you are predicting or expecting or anticipating. The Moon card is also a card of trusting your intuition, so it feels like you've done a really good job of navigating things. You've stayed really focused, you've been really efficient at what you're doing, and you've just been kind of heads down working hard, even though some things may not have just played out quite as the way we thought they would have. The first clarifying card we have is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is a very fast-paced card. It indicates a lifestyle change. If you look at this card, both the horse and rider are moving very quickly on this card. So there does seem to be some sort of shift. I feel like some of you could have had a newer job at the beginning of this year. Like maybe you got it towards the end of last year or the beginning of this year. But that seems to be that shift. New job, career, some sort of promotion, and since then you've been working really, really hard. We are talking about those 2 cards together. You're going to start reaping the benefits. If you haven't done so already, the Four of Wands is a great confirmation that that is indeed going to happen for you. The Four of Wands is a card of celebrations. This can also be a card of family, friends, and reunions. So some of you could have had a reunion these last 6 months as well. Pretty significant family or friend reunion there too. But celebrations coming, again, that's that hard work paying off for you. Then at the bottom here we have the Death card. The Death card doesn't mean death, but it does indicate big changes endings, time to move on, moving forward. I like to see this type of card, especially when we're talking 6 months at a time. We want the last 6 months to end and the next 6 months to really get moving and get started for you. So not surprised to see this card. This is indicating that we're getting ready to go through that transformation. We're moving into those next 6 months. The next thing on the agenda, if that makes sense. But yeah, definitely looking like we're going to be going into a transformation stage here for you. That transformation could also be, again, reaping the benefits of that hard work that you've been putting in. Now let's take a look at our next column, which is, again, just general next 6 months, what's coming. We have the card Unity. Unity is always good. We want unity in almost everything that we do. So likely some unifying coming. Let's see what messages come under the Unity card though for you. Wow, really nice spread here, Sagittarius. The first card that we have is the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is another celebration card. This is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. Like we were saying earlier, all this hard work is really going to start paying off for you. Absolutely, success after success is what's coming through here for the next 6 months. Again, victory, award, recognition, good news, success. Love to see that. The next card that we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of teamwork. So I would anticipate that you're really building some relationships at work. This again could be that family or friend reunion. Feels very supportive, very collaborative. This is also a card of commerce, so a great money card going into the next 6 months. A card of expansion is one of the main things that comes with the Three of Wands. So this could be expanding your business, expanding your investments, expanding your friendship, expanding your love life. So definitely be thinking in terms of growth. And this is also a card of travel. So likely many of you will have some travel plans going into these next 6 months. Then at the bottom, we have the Sun card. When it comes to terms of tarot card, there really isn't a card better than the Sun card. The Sun card is a card of material happiness, joyous outcomes, success. So success is the message that's coming here for you, coming through for you, Sagittarius. So very exciting to see. Let's go ahead and clarify this column though. See what other messages I can give you. The first card we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of surprise gifts. That's what this fourth card is, or excuse me, fourth cup coming in this picture here. I'd like to see this. There's definitely going to be some financial benefits coming through. This gift does feel very financial. I would expect like a spot bonus, raise, promotion, definitely some new money coming in with you as you work through this victory, award, recognition. It's not going to go without financial benefit, Sagittarius. Then the next card we have is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a very traditional card. It's very conventional. It's a card of expectations, conformity. And it's paired on top of the Three of Wands, which is again that card of teamwork, that family, that friend member. That's kind of where it's tying into the conventional piece, the traditional piece. This again seems to be somebody that you have history with, likely that person that we had that reunion with. This could also be a card of marriage. We do see the Hierophant oftentimes with marriage, that very traditional, conventional moving forward. Expectations though is a big word that sticks out with the Hierophant, and I just feel like this is going to be exceeding your expectations, especially when you talk about expansion. Whether it's that friendship that's expanding, it's going to be exceeding your expectations. Work, these successes are going to exceed your expectations. So really like to see this. This sounds kind of silly, but even like a vacation can exceed your expectations. There's nothing better than going on vacation and then it being like even better than you planned. So very much so a card of exceeding expectations as well. Then at the bottom here we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card with a lot of different meanings. This could be a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty. It can also be a card of running away. And I don't know that I would say that you're running away, Sagittarius, but you are moving on to something happier. I feel like there's some stuff in the past where there could have been that theft, that betrayal, that dishonesty, but this is moving on, and nothing can bring down the sun energy. Again, that material happiness, that joyous outcome, that success. You're just moving forward into this happy, joyous place. Doesn't get much better than that. Now taking a look at our next column, we're going to talk about anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have. Again, anything that you think of when you think money. The first card that we have is the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very resourceful card. Resourceful is good. I always like to see this card in the money column specifically because it means you're being resourceful with the resources you have. So this is good money decisions, saving appropriately. This is like saying you're on the correct money course. So I like to see that going into the next 6 months for you. Again, very resourceful, positive card. The next card that we have is the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of delayed success. It's patience, it's waiting. It could be hard work as well. We already acknowledged how hard you're working, and now you're going to start reaping some of the benefits of that. But if you look at this card, they quite literally planted their pentacles, and now they're waiting for those pentacles to grow. So I do feel like you're going to be in some sort of waiting stage as it pertains to money. Some of you could be waiting to buy a house. You could be waiting for a project to be over at work, waiting for a promotion. We're going to try and clarify this for you, but it does seem like there's some sort of waiting as it relates to money or career in these next 6 months. Then at the bottom, we have the Lovers card. The Lovers card obviously is a card of love. It's a card of partnership. It's strength together. Anytime we have two of something on a card, it can indicate that there's a decision that needs to be made. So I do think some of you will have a career or major money decision that needs to be made in the next 6 months. But I do feel like this is a strength of relationship card, and this could be with a coworker, with a boss, with a business partner, with a mentor. But there's a very strong, healthy business or financial relationship going on too, which is good to have. Let's clarify though and see what other messages we have here. We have the Seven of Cups to start with. The Seven of Cups is a card of having lots and lots of choices. If you look at this card, there is something different in each of the cups. But this is like having lots of opportunities, lots of different choices. Sometimes we have a hard time committing to something with the Seven of Cups just because there are so many options. So I'm going to give you the message here, Sagittarius. I would advise you that if something does come up that you feel strongly about, that you feel passionate about, you likely are going to hesitate to commit, but if it's something serious about, do make sure that you take your commitment seriously. Again, the Seven of Cups can be that kind of non-committal energy, so just keep that in mind. I would say for some of you too, with the Seven of Cups, again, it's having lots of different options, lots of different choices. I would diversify your investment portfolio if that is something that you're into, if you have lots of different investments or different stocks and that sort. Do look to diversify some is the message that's coming through there. The next card we have is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is a card of desire for long-term security. And these are your feelings, Sagittarius. Your feeling of wanting to do the right thing, wanting to make the right money moves. The nice thing about this is we had the Queen of Pentacles, which again is that very resourceful card saying that you're doing the right thing with your money, but you're going to continue to pursue this path. And I think that's what you're waiting for. Again, this is like the next investment opportunity. This is the next job, the next promotion. So I do see you guys striving forward, moving forward, wanting to move forward again in the next few months. It does seem like that'll happen for you, but it maybe will happen later towards the end of the year. But again, I do see you working forward to the next thing, Sagittarius. Then at the bottom here, we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of not very good relationships. This is some sort of kind of toxic relationship. It's bully, it's theft, it's violence, it's abusive. For whatever reason, you did have a not very good relationship, either with a boss, a coworker. It could have been like an investment banker or something that you weren't clicking with. But there's this new relationship on the front with the Lovers card, which again is going to be very strong, very much so a card of partnership. So whatever this bad relationship that relates to your career or money, we don't need to worry about, because that for sure is going to correct itself in the next 6 months. Moving on to the next column, we're going to take a look at anything related to love. So think family, friends, relationships, children. Again, anything you think when you think love. The first card we have is the Ten of Cups. Those of you that have watched my readings before, you know the Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. It is like the card of everything. We have this beautiful rainbow with all the cups there. We have a happy couple. We have kids playing. The grass is green. There's water running. There's a house in the background. It is truly the card of everything. This is family, contentment, total love, total support. This is a great indicator for many things. If you're in a relationship already, this is a great relationship card. If you're hoping to go into a relationship, this is a great card for you. If you're hoping to grow your family, this is a great card for you. If you're hoping to buy a house together, this is a great card for you even. Again, total love, total support, contentment, happiness, love, 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 the Ten of Cups. The next card that we have is the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, unconditional love, self-respect. I know the Strength card, people see it and they think strength, and of course it is. But this is a really, really great love card. This is you being unconditionally loved by others, and this is you loving yourself. I do feel like we're entering into a new period where you'll be loving yourself even more, Sagittarius, which is great. I know very few people that give themselves enough self-love. So, like to see this for you. Again, that's that unconditional love of that new relationship, that existing relationship, or again, that self-love that you will be giving yourself the next 6 months. Then at the bottom here, we have the Tower card. The Tower card is an interesting card. It's typically some sort of unwanted change. So do be aware of that. There's something that you have planned, Sagittarius, and it's likely just not going to work out that way. So be ready for that. The nice thing about the Tower card, though, is the Tower card always takes us where we need to go. And I oftentimes explain this card, you have A, B, C planned, and D, E, F happens. So it is some sort of unwanted change. It's something that didn't unravel the way you were hoping it would, but it's still going to take you to the next best place, the right place to go. So keep that in mind. Clarifying cards here, we have the Empress. The Empress is a really wonderful card. This is a card of creation. This is a card of abundance. So there will be an abundance of love. That again, that ability to create a new relationship, further your existing relationship. Another really stellar card for pregnancy and fertility, if that's what you're hoping for the next 6 months. The next card we have is the King of Cups. The King of Cups has some really, really wonderful personality traits, and this is actually coming through as you and your partner, Sagittarius. This is very supportive, very tolerant, very empathetic. That pairs really nicely with that self-love, that self-respect, and that unconditional love that you're receiving through a relationship. Oh my gosh, okay. For those of you who watched my videos before as well, you know that I love when the same card comes up twice. It's like the world saying, I said what I meant. Don't necessarily love it with the Tower card, but we've already acknowledged that there is going to be some sort of Tower moment. So there's going to be some unwanted change, and again, this is just going to be something happening not quite the way you planned, not exactly the way you hoped for, but do keep in mind, Sagittarius, the Tower takes us where we need to go, so just roll with it. Now at this time, we're going to take a look at our fifth and final column, which is a column which is a message for a future self or spirit guide, so something to take into the next 6 months. We have the card Magnetism. Love this card. I believe in prayer, manifesting, attracting things that you want to yourself, and the card of Magnetism is exactly that. It's saying whatever you want, you can attract to yourself. So be really focused on the things you want these next few months, Sagittarius, because what you think about is what you're going to get. But let's see here what messages we've got. The first card that we have is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a card of being very active. So I would anticipate that you're going to have a very busy, active next 6 months. I think that you're already living that. It seems like you had a pretty straightforward, busy, getting lots done very efficiently first 6 months. So I do anticipate that activity and that busyness to carry on into the remainder of the year. But this does also indicate some sort of new project, opportunity, creative idea. So I do see you guys pursuing possibly your own business interests, some sort of side hustle. This could be volunteer work, picking up a hobby that you're passionate about. Maybe it's going back to school or starting to work towards a new promotion at work, but there does feel like there's something new, big on the horizon for you. Likely something you've really wanted because it feels like this is something you have attracted to yourself. We have the Five of Swords coming up again. This is again that card of bully, theft, violence, abusive relationships. I'm going to leave this card and clarify. I do feel like there's going to be a relationship going into the next 6 months that is going to end. You're going to realize that this relationship isn't serving you well. This person isn't being kind to you. You're not benefiting from this. But again, I would like to clarify that. Then we have the Seven of Cups. This is just confirming what I was saying about how busy you've been and how busy you'll continue to be. Again, with the Seven of Cups, there's something different in each cup, so there's lots and lots going on. This is also a good reminder, though, the Seven of Cups can come through as that kind of non-committal energy. So if you're serious about whatever this new opportunity is with the Page of Wands, you do need to make sure that you fully commit. This Five of Swords could be somebody that's maybe not as supportive of this new thing, but you got to go for it no matter what. Let's see, first clarifying card, we have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change, news arriving. Again, we were talking that you're going to be busy, so I do see that things will continue to be speedy and quick, but there is going to be news. Again, you've been working hard to attract this new thing to you, and like all of a sudden it's going to happen, so be ready. You've been working towards it, now it's coming for you. That Eight of Wands is that news coming in. The Ace of Swords, anytime we have an ace card, is a card of newness. So this is that new idea, new mental clarity. And again, I feel like this person isn't going to be supporting this new idea, but you have to pursue anyways. This is going to give you some sort of clarity. Maybe that not everybody's on your side, not everybody's on your team, but nonetheless, you should pursue what you want to pursue. Unfortunately, just not everyone wants what's best for us, Sagittarius. Then we have the Magician card at the bottom here. The Magician is very focused, creative energy. It's turning visions into reality. It's inspired action. The Magician card says you can literally have whatever you want. You have the Magnetism card that says you can have whatever you want. You have the Magician saying you can have whatever you want. This is a really, really great time to attract the things that you want to you, Sagittarius. Now at this point in time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the Four of Diamonds. This is the number 27 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the Queen of Hearts. This is number 23 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the Nine of Diamonds. This is the 39 card. That's also a yes. So yes, yes, yes for you, Sagittarius. I debated if I was going to do this or not, but I decided we were. We're going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is crystal to keep with you through the month or through the remainder of the year. Your crystal is Tiger's Eye, which is really good for making decisions. It kind of gives you the ability to view that decision from a distance, and really no matter what with Tiger's Eye, the decision that you make is always right. Now, since we are kind of at the breaking point here, we need to let go of the first 6 months and move into the next 6 months. I'm going to pull a card from our Let Go deck, which I don't really typically usually do, but your Let Go note says, you are royal, you are sovereign. Honor this and let go of those who do not acknowledge it. Also, we're going to pull a card from our Angel Wishes deck. So this is a message from one of your loved ones who has passed away. If in doubt, ask for inspiration from above. And last but not least, in the video we typically do, we're going to pull a healing note. And this message says, you have the power to heal your life, and you need to know that. Often we think we are helpless, but we are not. We always have the power of our minds. Claim and consciously use your power. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you again, Sagittarius, and I hope you have the best next 6 months.